इसी के साथ हमारे गेस्ट ऑफ ऑनर कांचा इलैया सर, जो कि एक भाव सघन लेखक व सामाजिक कार्यकर्ता हैं, भारतीय जाति व्यवस्था के विरुद्ध वैचारिक आंदोलन चलाने वाले विद्वानों में प्रमुख हैं। इनके द्वारा लिखी हुई कुछ प्रमुख किताबें मैं हिंदू क्यों नहीं हूँ, हिंदुत्व मुक्त भारत व बफेलो नेशनलिज्म। मैं सर को आमंत्रित करती हूँ, मंच पर आएँ, माइक पर आएँ, अपनी बात रखें, अपना वक्तव्य रखें। कृपया इनका जोरदार तालियों से स्वागत करें। कांचा इलैया सर।
Thank you very much. At the outset, let me really thank Moreji for bringing me here. And of course, Dr. Saab, we got introduced online talk. And he said, I am booking your ticket, you have to come, there is no other way. So he booked and sent it. I had to come. Thank you very much. Before I speak, जरा बोलिए मेरा हिंदी उतना अच्छा नहीं रहता. Whether would you like me to speak in English or Hindi? English. I'll speak Dalit English, okay? Bahujan English. Yeah, friends, I'm really happy to see that at a time when the whole nation, particularly the productive communities, Adivasis, Dalits, backwards, across the country, are seriously thinking and worried what will be our democracy like after 2024 election. What will be the status of Indian Constitution? ये कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन को क्या होगा? ये सिचुएशन में जो इंडियन डेमोक्रेसी को अगर प्रोटेक्ट करना है, यूपी करना है. अगर इंडियन डेमोक्रेसी की छोड़ना है, यूपी छोड़ सकते हैं. बिकॉज 81 MPs, दूसरा राज्यों में उतना सत्ता नहीं है. नाउ इन दिस कॉन्टेक्स्ट अंबेडकर डेमोक्रेसी और इसका फ्यूचर का when we need to discuss, you all know through two significant signals, the present Delhi ruling government gave indication that Ambedkar constitution will not be the same if we come to power. Number one, the name of the country India, they want to make Bharat. And second, earlier they were calling the religion Hinduism, now they want to make it Sanatan Dharma. There is a fundamental difference. Even though we agree or disagree with Hinduism, it historically was said to have somewhere co-opted certain non-Vedic, what they historically called Sanatan Dharma का issues को co-opt हुआ था. Now there are other signals we are in. In this situation, I quickly will review If only this constitution was not written by Ambedkar, if somebody else were to write, let us say from South India, Iyers and Iyengars were there, Kamath was there, and Arun Shauri kind of people said, no, it was not Ambedkar who wrote the constitution, but now they are thoroughly defeated who wrote the constitution, because all over India from village to city, people now believe it is Ambedkar who made this constitution, otherwise it would not have been this. Is it clear? Now, what was the situation in which Ambedkar took up the burden of writing a constitution for a country which is oppressive, unequal, anti-woman, civil society, and untouchability, worse than the black treatment? You know, one American scholar said, caste is in the bones. Please remember this. Caste bone में रहता है, कलर का black color skin में रहता है. Caste bone differences होता है, color skin में रहता है. So caste is the system that made inequality to the depth of the human survival and therefore untouchability. ये society को एक untouchable आदमी, far well read than Gandhi, far well read than Nehru, far well read than Sardar Patel, who was a Shudra, multiple discipline studies, he wrote the constitution. Now, what was the situation at that time? What he avoided for this country? There were 4 dictatorships available all around India at that time, apart from the British rule. 4 dictatorship पूरा दुनिया में सराउंडिंग होके था, और इनसाइड कंट्री में लॉन्ग स्टैंडिंग डिक्टेटरशिप था. या ब्रिटिश सरकार हो, उससे पहले मुस्लिम राजा हो, ये सब होने के इजाबी, in spite of that, the dictatorship was deeply rooted in civil society, what I call Varna Dharma dictatorship. This Varna Dharma dictatorship was readily waiting to take over after the British go. There was a second dictatorship all around it, and particularly there were forces within India from that to what I call Khalifa or Mullah dictatorship from the Muslim world. By 1948, 7 and 8, there was no Muslim democratic country anywhere, and Muslim countries were all around India. Bangladesh was nahi tha, but Pakistan was already there. Indonesia was there. Malaysia was there. Singapore. ये countries जो democracy बाद में develop हुआ, Malaysia, सिंगापुर में, मुस्लिम सिविल सोसाइटी, ये दोनों कंट्रीज में ज्यादा चेंज होके एक डेमोक्रेसी को स्टेबलाइज किए, ये सिस्टम. और तीसरा था डेंजर वेटिंग विद इन इंडिया एंड आउटसाइड was proletariat dictatorship understanding, the communist revolutions. And India, the communist ideology and organizations were completely under Brahmins. And I wrote somewhere, if only communist parties were to come to power after Soviet Union and China, Indian communist Brahmins would have ruled Dalits, Adivasis, Shudras, OBCs under the dictatorship of proletariat for 500 years. Caste change nahi hota tha. They don't recognize it. Therefore they don't change. Ye third tha. Fourth dictatorship was that emerged from liberal democracy in Europe, the fascist dictatorship of Hitler and Mussolini. वो liberalism से आया था. Now Ambedkar was so great, a kind of divine force that landed on this earth called India. He averted all this dictatorship and wrote this constitution. If this constitution अगर उन्हें नहीं लिखता था, कुछ ना कुछ आता था. अगर कोई M.V. Kamath or नहीं तो Iyer or somebody were to Subbarao were to write, it would have been a Varna Dharma dictatorship. सब आप तो राजेंद्र पाल जी आप सुप्रीम कोर्ट का लायर है, right ना? You are Supreme Court lawyer. So Varna Dharma dictatorship has a very, very serious standing. Now did Congress change the structure of Varna Dharma while adopting the constitution and continuing it? In my view, no. Under the rubric of secularism, later on added socialism. Now these people have removed socialism and secularism from the preamble in the newly printed constitution recently, automatically without even amendment. So constitution को क्या होता आप देखना चाहते हैं? Nobody is questioning it. Nobody is questioning it. उसमें preamble में ये डिबेट ये कंट्री का नाम इंडिया होना है या भारत होना है, मेरा स्टैंड बहुत क्लियर है. आई रोट ए मेजर आर्टिकल इन इंडिया टुडे, स्पेशल इशू. देयर वर 3 names possible. The Indian Muslims unfortunately have been using consistently this name's country as Hindustan. Even now, Urdu speeches में. I was terribly worried after BJP came to power, they might adopt Hindustan as constitutional name. But now they shifted this stand. You know why? It is not for them Hindustan, but they want Bharat. क्यों? If it is Hindustan, there is Pakistan there is Afghanistan there is Kazakhstan there. This country will be understood as Muslim. Because outside, there is no such Hindu understanding at all. कोई स्थान है तो मुस्लिम है. So therefore they don't want it now. Now what is the difference between Hindu, Bharat and India? My fundamental understanding is we should retain only India as the name of the country for the simple reason that name came from Indus, earliest, greatest civilization of India, from the productive forces. ये दलित आदिवासी शूद्र लोग अपना उत्पादन से, अपना श्रमजीव से वो सिविलाइजेशन बिल्ड किया था. जब ब्राह्मणिज्म नहीं थे, जब कास्ट नहीं थे, वो सिविलाइजेशन मेसोपोटामिया से ज्यादा, और जेरिको सिविलाइजेशन जो इजराइल के था उससे ज्यादा ग्रेटेस्ट सिविलाइजेशन बिल्डर्स हमारा ग्रैंडफादर्स थे, उन लोगों का नहीं था. ये इंडिया नाम वहां से आया. इंडिया जो है यहां से इंडस बनके ग्रीक गया, वो अलेक्जेंडर के बाद, वहां से इटाली आया, इटली के बाद फाइयान आने के बाद चाइना गया, इंडस, इंडिया और इंडिया अब सेटल हो गया. Now what is Bharat? Did you ever examine the source of Bharat? The same central government is against dynasty rule. And where does the name come from? The name Bharat comes from Ramayana. Dasharatha's one son is God. And for him there is a big temple now. Okay, you settle that issue and build the temple. And another son is Bharat. His name now they want for the whole nation. I was surprised. They don't want Nehru Gandhi family to not to rule or any Akhilesh family or any family as dynasty, but they want dynasty name to the country. And यहाँ औरत लोग है. India name does not reflect any sex bias. There is no man-woman issue in that name. But Bharat is a man's name. है या नहीं? Bharata is a man's name. Somebody said, no, not only Mahabharat. There is also, not only Ramayana, there is also Mahabharat, Bharata. You know Shakuntala, Dushyanta history. वहाँ भी एक भरत है कहते हैं. पर दोनों क्षत्रिय है. दोनों men है. I don't want this country to be named after a male chauvinist ruler, whoever it is, who is a king. Do you want it? अगर आप साइलेंट है तो गया. तो गया ये कंट्री का नाम डायनास्टिक हॉरिबल रूलर, मेल पैट्रियार्कल रूलर बन जाएगा. कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन वही नेम से आ जाएगा. Would you like it? Now what movement you start? Let us start a movement. We will never use either Hindustan or Bharat. We will use only India. Now they are saying in the Constitution, one article, it is already used Bharat, India, the Bharat. But I said, look, after great debate, the very philosophy of the Constitution is in the preamble. And in the preamble, what is it written? In the preamble it is said, we the people of India only. There is no Bharat there. That was Ambedkar. Did you ever see that? I said, Ambedkar has prioritized India over Bharat by using it twice, both in the preamble as well as in the Article 1. Now the idea is, over a period of time, Bharat can be removed, not India. Do you agree? Yes, sir. So, अगर आप यस बोल रहे हैं, आप तो मुस्लिम ब्रदर से, सिस्टर से मेरा एक ही अपील है, यही दिन से हिंदुस्तान यूज करना बंद कर दीजिए. कर रहे हैं क्या? अपना लैंग्वेज में, अपना रिटन में, अपना किस में, इसको हिंदुस्तान मत करिए और इसको भारत मत बोलिए. जय भीम जय भारत मत बोलिए, जय इंडिया. जय भीम जय इंडिया, जय भीम जय फूले जय सावित्री जय इंडिया. ये अच्छा है या नहीं? नहीं, इतना साइलेंट है तो मैं चले जाता हूं. No, you know, I was so thrilled to listen Hindu that she read my book 50 times at a time when nobody is reading my books. Nobody wants to, nobody should read my books. That is the dictum. They should be banned. अगर आप, if you are like college, university students with silence, this country will die. You have to vibrate. You have to vibrate. So एक हम यहाँ डिसीजन लेना है. इंडियन डेमोक्रेसी से रिलेटेड टू इंडस वैली सिविलाइजेशन से लेके अब तक जो हमारा लोग गांव में है, those who are tilling the land, those who are looking after cattle, those who are making pots, those who are doing every productive work, all those people who have not produced a single grain have no right to decide what this nation should be. Yes. They have not produced anything. What this nation's name should be. It is our representative. It is Dalit. It is the one who has seen the leather technology, one who has seen the chamar technology, one who has seen the road cleaning, one who has seen every atrocity. That Ambedkar named it India. We will retain only India. Then my appeal to them is, if you call your religion Hinduism, you call. I said I am not a Hindu. That's my decision is over. And what I will be, that I will decide. What was Ambedkar in 1934? What was he in 1956? He decided. And when I was born as a shepherd boy, I did not choose my parents. I did not choose my caste. I did not choose my name. But now, as Hindu said, I added an internationally understandable name, shepherd, by respecting my great-great-grandfathers, grandmothers up to Harappa. So, अगर आप ये ब्राह्मणिज्म को ओवरकम करना है, you look back beyond your caste to your productive roots. Your agriculture, आप टिलर है, आप पॉटर है, आप शूमेकर है, आप कॉबलर है, आप वॉशरमैन है, वॉशर है. इंग्लिश में आपका बच्चों को नाम लगा दीजिए, देश चेंज होगा. इंग्लिश में एन नेम आपका बच्चों को लगा दिए, ये देश चेंज होगा, डेमोक्रेसी बचेगा. बिकॉज डेमोक्रेसी इज डिग्निटी ऑफ लेबर. Democracy is related to dignity of labor. Dignity of labor is related to production. Production is related to wealth building. मेरा किताब पे एक ब्यूटीफुल बफेलो को डाले, उसके अंदर पूरा प्रोडक्टिव इंस्ट्रूमेंट्स डाले. वहाँ हिंदुत्व मुक्त भारत किताब देखिए, उसमें हल है, उसमें हर एक टेक्नोलॉजी है. मैं एक बड़ा पॉलिटिशियन उसको देख के मुझे एक टेक्स्ट भेजा, अरे इंडिया, मेक इन इंडिया का सिंबल ये होना है, मेक इन इंडिया का सिंबल लायन नहीं हो सकता, सिम कैसा होता, बफेलो होना है. दिस कंट्री इज ए बफेलो कंट्री, इट इज नॉट ए काउ कंट्री. एवरी हाउस इन यूपी यू सी हैज अ बफेलो. वी आर लिविंग विथ बफेलो मिल्क, but not so much with cow milk. So this country we should say, Buffalo Jindabad. And we need to, if we need to worship animal, we will worship buffalo. We don't need to worship animals. God created all human beings equal, and He created all animals as a underworking power for our well-being, not as equals. Not as God. Therefore, we don't believe in this. So, therefore, a democracy, lastly, what education we need? I have been fighting for last 40 years that from Nehru to today, when this government is saying up to 8th class there should be mother tongue education, I am saying, is there no father tongue at all? Only mother tongue? When freedom struggle was going on, Gandhi's tongue was mother tongue. कस्तूरबा का गुजराती थी, गांधी का इंग्लिश, अंबेडकर का इंग्लिश, रमाबाई का मराठी. एक ही फूले उसका वाइफ को 13 साल से लेके 18 साल तक एजुकेट करा, एक ही ह्यूमन बीइंग इन दिस कंट्री. वो दोनों को इंग्लिश सीख लिए. इट वॉज पूले हु सेड इंग्लिश इज माई मदर टंग. सावित्रीबाई सेड वी विल लर्न ओनली इंग्लिश. सो नेहरू प्राइवेट सेक्टर में रखे, अब तक प्राइवेट सेक्टर में इंग्लिश है. माई स्लोगन इज बहुजन बच्चे इंग्लिश पढ़ो, ब्राह्मण बच्चे संस्कृत पढ़ो. So start a movement from tomorrow that let all UP government schools must be converted into English medium. Will you do that? ये हिंदी सेंटीमेंट तुमको छोड़ दिए वो लोग. ये हिंदी हमारा मदर टंग है, तेलुगु मदर टंग है, मराठी मदर टंग है. वो दे आर इन अशोका यूनिवर्सिटी, दे आर इन अंबानी स्कूल्स, दे आर इन, अब क्रिश्चियन स्कूल्स नहीं है, पूरा प्राइवेट इंडस्ट्रियल स्कूल्स आ गए, वो क्रिश्चियंस का भी चलेगा. सो डू यू वांट योर ऑल चिल्ड्रन, हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू आर पुटिंग योर, हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू हैव पुट योर चिल्ड्रन, ग्रैंड चिल्ड्रन इन इंग्लिश मीडियम? प्लीज रेज हैंड्स. आधा भी नहीं है. Not even half. Now, those who have put English medium, do you want even labor children in English medium or not? Yeah? So, जाके movement शुरू करिए. Ambedkar Vichar Manch ne tomorrow will start. That is the greatest saving of democracy movement. Equal education in equal language. Same language. No private English medium if there is no English medium here. All children, future of India must speak one language. So, एक सरकार बोल रहे हैं one nation, one language. I have no problem. But one nation, one English language. English is Indian. 206 years now. We celebrate every 5th October as Indian English Day. The English I am speaking is not American. I am speaking is not British. It is English. It is a shepherd English. It is a Dalit English. It is a woman English. Therefore, English is Indian. And Ambedkar is only leader who all his life wrote in English. And world-class English. That leader taught us that you convert this country into English-speaking country, democracy and his constitution will be safe. Thank you.
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद इलैया सर।